Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Mashron Mali. Today, I would like to present about the lab cemetery with my team members, which is Muhammad Akil Farhan bin Ishaq. And then let's go.
What have I learned from FIN534 subject? I learned how to use Excel basic functions such as sum, average, and median. Next, I learned measure of dispersion, which involves range, variance, and standard deviation. I also learned how to use Tableau, simple drag and drop tools for visualizing data. I explored data using pivot tables, and I studied simple and multiple linear regression to study independent and dependent variable. I also learned statistical inference, including hypothesis testing, ANOVA, and chi-square. And lastly, in what-if analysis, I learned data tables, scenario manager, and also goal seek. Moving on to the next question, what are the takeaways? The takeaway are lots of useful skills in managing data. This subject has taught us to analyze data, predict relationships between different variables, use Tableau, and also use Excel functions. Overall, this subject is a practical-based learning. We have to practice often to really understand and remember the lessons. Question number 3. What are the skills acquired from this project? Firstly, data analysis. We acquire the skills to analyze data using Excel. We analyze to indicate whether the data have correlation or vice versa. Next, we learn to make hypotheses from the data analysis. I obtain Excel skills in the process of analyzing data from different variables. Lastly, I gain knowledge on how to check assumptions using linearity, normality of errors, homoscedasticity, and autocorrelation.
Will I be using this skill in the future? Yes, I will use this skill in the future. First, if I manager, VLOOKUP will make it easy to find the data employees. Secondly, goal seek table, which can help me achieve my business target in terms of sales. Lastly, ratio analysis can help me know the company performance. What the benefit that I acquire from this project is, first, organize data easily. It is a lot easier to analyze and digest, especially when we use to create a graph and other visual data representation. Besides that, enhance analytical skill, which enhance our ability to analyze a large amount of data. However, Excel help to do a calculation, which making a calculation much easier than working things out yourself with a calculator. Lastly, make our work easier, such as easy to compile, filter, search, organize, and simplify the large amount of data. How do I find working in a team? Firstly, tasks will be delegated to each team, which to facilitate all tasks. And then, it is effective to work in a team because active in sharing opinions. However, working in a team can come out with creative ideas due to for sharing ideas. How was the information gathered? During a discussion, which we share the ideas to collect the information. Furthermore, do a brainstorming such as can help us to think of the brilliant ideas. After that, search through the internet to expand the information. Lastly, we create a mind map to develop ideas. We'll be able to multiply the ideas.
How do you like the best about the learning? I love learning the subject, especially VLOOKUP function, which helps me to find particular amount in the table. Excel provides equation functions that eases user to calculate thousands of numbers just in few minutes. The skills that we have learned are useful in the future. For an example, I can utilize the skills during commenting job tasks. What difficulties you faced in the learning? The difficulties that I have encountered in the learning are small mistakes or errors will lead to a whole false data. Next, I sometimes having a hard time and confused to memorize techniques for each analysis. Without all recorded lectures provided by my lecturer, I will not be able to refresh my memory about the lessons. And lastly, I have once used the MacBook to do an Excel task. Unfortunately, Excel is different on Mac OS. Excel on Mac does not support pivot charts.
Any suggestion for improvement for this learning is, first one is increase Excel training to improve skill the use of Excel, and then create a variety question so that the students are familiar with the function used. Perhaps this can improve the information of students to know more about the lesson in Excel.